just sometimes I feel like what you think people are and how you see them when you love them is different than when they reveal later. And
Jennifer Lopez sparks backlash from Ben Affleck after their breakup takes a new turn. Rumor has it that J-Lo isn't too happy about Ben hanging out with Kennedy Jr.'s daughter. This seems to be making their already messy split even worse. Was this the last straw, or just another chapter in their Hollywood drama? As the gossip spreads, the tension between them keeps building. Before we continue, did you know 91.7% of our viewers haven't subscribed? Subscribe now. Thanks. What happened with Bennifer 2.0? Was it always going to end like this after 2 years of marriage and all that gossip? Will they ever get back together? And who's going to buy their $68 million home? These questions have been on my mind lately. I don't have answers to most of them, but tabloids are doing their best to shed some light on the first one. Lots of anonymous sources are coming forward, and they all seem to be supporting J-Lo. Page 6 reported that Bennifer's problem started during their honeymoon in Lake Como, Italy, where photographers constantly followed them. A source said he was unhappy with the paparazzi trailing them. She's an international superstar, and he seemed surprised that they'd be followed. They hardly talked to each other during what was supposed to be the happiest time of their lives, the source said. He convinced her he was a changed man, but that didn't last long. The New York Post also looked back at the greatest love story never told, the documentary that goes with Lopez's This Is Me Now film. In it, Lopez talked about Affleck's unease with some of her artistic choices. I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all of this, she said, but he loves me, knows I'm an artist, and will support me because he knows he can't stop me from making music and writing. He wants to support me, but that doesn't mean he's comfortable being the muse. In another part of the documentary, Affleck is shown realizing that Lopez is sharing his private love letters with her team of musicians. I did find the beauty and irony in calling it the greatest love story ever told, he said on camera. If you're making a record about it, that kind of seems like telling it. Last week, TMZ reported that Lopez had filed for divorce without a lawyer. The New York Post later said Lopez cited irreconcilable differences for the split. TMZ also mentioned that the couple had been trying to settle things for months, but the talks had become tense. According to them, the couple still hasn't reached an agreement. A source told People that Lopez was done waiting and decided to file for divorce on the second anniversary of their Georgia wedding. She tried really hard to make things work and is heartbroken, the source said. Another source told the tabloid that Lopez is ready to move on from the relationship. She's very disappointed and sad, but Ben hasn't shown any interest in continuing their marriage. TMZ also reported on Thursday that Lopez had asked to drop Affleck's last name. She was legally Jennifer Affleck and get her maiden name back. In a rare critical comment about Lopez, a source told the Daily Mail that her friends think she should do some self-reflection. After 4 failed marriages, her friends feel she should look inside herself, focus on who she really is, and figure out what she wants for her future, they said. The same source said that Affleck apparently let Lopez file on their anniversary because he knew it would make her feel better. Jennifer said she was tired of being humiliated by Ben and waited until the 2-year anniversary to make it hurt, they told the British tabloid. But it didn't hurt him. He's been done for a long time, and deep down, she knows that. He let her do this so she wouldn't look like the villain. This past weekend, sources close to Lopez were busy talking to reporters from Page 6 and People. First, a source told Page 6 that Affleck has a darkness to him that no other person can fix. Lopez truly believed this was the greatest love story she'd ever known, and that she was finally getting her chance at a fairy tale. The source explained she didn't really think about who the actual man in the fairy tale was. They added that Lopez would have done anything to make this work, and that she truly believed love would conquer all. Later that same day, the tabloid reported that Affleck had been hanging out with Kit Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s daughter. They were reportedly seen at the Polo Lounge, at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and other popular spots. Meanwhile, People had an exclusive source saying that despite the great deal of love in the relationship, Affleck's erratic mood swings played a part in their breakup. They tried to work through it, but the mood swings and extreme highs and lows created a toxic situation that no one could fix. You have to fix it yourself, the source said. The world was rooting for them, but who he said he was and who he turned out to be were two different people. As if that weren't enough, a source also told People that while Lopez is still close to Jennifer Garner and all 5 kids, Affleck hasn't been in touch with Lopez's children in a long time. Clearly, JLo's camp is pushing the story that she thought she was marrying one kind of guy, but ended up with someone different and more sinister. Affleck's camp, on the other hand, remains silent despite all the media attention. It's not surprising that Lopez is taking a media-forward approach. Walter Affleck is trying to keep things private. That seems to have been their dynamic all along. But that's not all. We also learned some interesting facts about Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. Let's take a look. Back in the early 2000s, Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were the biggest couple in Hollywood. Their relationship started in 2001 when they met on the set of Giggly, and Affleck proposed about a year later. But by September 2003, things started falling apart. They announced they were postponing their wedding just days before it was supposed to happen, saying all the attention had become too much. It wasn't just a delay. By January 2004, they were completely done. They both moved on fast. Affleck proposed to Jennifer Garner in April 2005 after dating for 9 months, and they got married 3 months later. They have 3 kids together, but got divorced in 2018. Lopez moved on even quicker, marrying Mark Anthony in June 2004. They had twins in 2008, but split up in July 2011. Even though it seemed like Affleck and Lopez were done for good, that wasn't the case. In 2021, it looked like Hollywood's golden couple might be back after a bunch of romantic meetups and reports saying they were together again. So, let's take a look at some of the weirdest stuff that's happened with these two. Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez called off their engagement days before their wedding, in what's probably not a great memory for Jennifer Lopez. It's been widely reported that Ben Affleck allegedly got cold feet about getting married. And this happened just days before they were supposed to tie the knot. In September 2003, just 4 days before their wedding, they released a statement saying, "Via hello, due to the excessive media attention surrounding our wedding, we have decided to postpone the date. When we found ourselves seriously contemplating hiring 3 separate decoy brides at 3 different locations, we realized that something was wrong." They also mentioned that the spirit of their big day could be spoiled for us, our families, and our friends. But they didn't just postpone. They cancelled the wedding altogether in January 2004, and Lopez's rep called it a difficult time. A People source blamed Affleck for the breakup, saying that reality set in that this may not be the person Ben wants to spend the rest of his life with, and that he started getting scared. Lopez later admitted she was heartbroken by the split and got very honest in her 2014 book, True Love, where she wrote that the breakup felt like her heart had been torn out of her chest. Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck reportedly reconnected while she was still dating Alex Rodriguez, although it's well known that Jennifer Lopez's meetups with Ben Affleck happened shortly after she announced her split, with Arad reports say the exes actually reconnected while Lopez was still engaged to the baseball star. A source told TMZ that Lopez and Affleck began emailing each other in early February 2021, about 2 months before they first fueled rumors that they were back together in late April. According to the outlet, the two were supposedly in very regular contact, with Affleck's messages reported to be more loving and longing for the same girl singer. At the time, Lopez was in the Dominican Republic filming Shotgun Wedding, and Rodriguez was even seen there with his then fiancée, after the couple denied earlier reports of their split in March 2021. A source clarified the timeline of Lopez and Affleck's reunion to People, saying the two were in contact before she agreed, officially ended things with Rodriguez, but she didn't see Ben until it was over with Alex. They added that they didn't make a plan behind Alex's back to date. Still, we can't blame Rodriguez if he wasn't too happy about how quickly his ex moved on. The video for Jenny from the blog isn't Ben Affleck's favorite thing. This one might sting a bit for Jennifer Lopez. Before their 2021 reunion, there were a few times when Ben Affleck didn't say the nicest things about his time with the family, the second act star, especially about all the public attention their romance attracted. Affleck famously appeared in his fiancée's music video for her 2002 single, Jenny from the Block. The video is a nod to their highly publicized romance and features them being filmed and photographed by paparazzi in various lavish settings, like a car and a yacht. It also shows them getting close in front of the cameras, with Affleck even untying Lopez's bikini bottoms and rubbing them, suntan lotion on her butt. It turns out it wasn't exactly Affleck's proudest moment, as he admitted to the Daily Record in 2008. He said, "If I have a regret, it was doing the music video, but that happened years ago. I've moved on." With the paparazzi frenzy back, we wonder if Affleck still feels the same way now that he's getting cozy with his co-star again. Jennifer Lopez was married to someone else when she got engaged to Ben Affleck. In another claim of regret, relationship overlap. Jennifer Lopez was married when she first met Ben Affleck while working on Gilly. Lopez was married to dancer Chris Judd, whom she wed in September 2001, but filed for divorce from in July 2002, after they separated the month before per People. Affleck proposed to Lopez in November 2002, with Entertainment Weekly reporting that her divorce from Judd wasn't finalized until January 2003. Affleck even addressed the apparent overlap in a 2003 interview with Vanity Fair. He said, "At first, because she was married, there was no thought of a romantic relationship. So that created the opportunity to get to know each other without any of the pretenses that come with courtship, because you're trying to make a good impression." Affleck then called the claims that things turned romantic while Lopez was still married absolutely not true, and said it would go against the fundamental code he believes in and lives by. He added, "The very idea of hiding or misrepresenting anything I'm doing makes me really uncomfortable. And that's not something that's in Jennifer's character either. Both of us wanted to err on the side of doing the right thing. Is Bennifer too? Zero just a big hoax?" While many fans were excited when reports in late April 2021 said Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck were spending time together again, some onlookers were skeptical about the supposed reconciliation. Australian radio host Em Ruchano suggested on her podcast Em Salachon with Em Ruchano that their renewed relationship might just be a publicity stunt. She received a message from a supposed source who claimed their highly publicized meetups were meant to make them look desirable after Lopez's rocky relationship with Alex Rodriguez and Affleck's split with Ana de Armas. The alleged insider, who claimed to be closely connected to Lopez's camp, said they laugh a lot about this story and were so shocked that people are buying it because it's total B. That's not the only time Lopez and Affleck have been accused of misleading the media and fans. A source also told Heat World that the supposed 2021 romance might be more to do with PR and saving face. They claimed Lopez has always been obsessed with how she comes across to fans and in the media, and didn't want people to think she was a victim after her split with A-Rod. She's adamant that the world needs to see she's still capable of another high-profile romance, they suggested. Ben Affleck once said dating Jennifer Lopez was bad for his career.
I got back together with Jennifer, and I was like, seeing her, the way what she did to spend time with her kids, and how important that was, and that single mom life with these children, and I was like, damn, this, I had a different perspective, right? Because I'm divorced, I'm a dad, I want my kids my time, and I really was like, it reminded me of my own childhood and thinking, man, I was too hard on my mom. She was really killing me, trying to take care of me by herself and my brother. And here I'm watching Jennifer, and she's not struggling for money, but it's still an emotional commitment. There's so much time in the day. You got to go to work, come home, and be there and be with your kids. And when I watched her do that, it really informed, like, I'd love to tell a story that does justice to this work, to motherhood and these moms who make a difference. And my own mom is beautiful, and she loves all my movies, you know what I mean? And they're not all worth loving.
After the first Bennifer breakup, Ben Affleck didn't hold back when reflecting on his time with Jennifer Lopez, and he didn't look back on it fondly in 2008. He admitted to details via People that it was probably bad for my career, and accused the media of mostly lying about their relationship and spreading a bunch of salacious stuff for the sake of selling magazines, adding that he paid a certain price for that. The star seemed to reinforce those feelings when he claimed, via Cosmopolitan, that he felt suffocated, miserable and gross while dating Jennifer, as the attention was overwhelming. He said, "I was no longer in control of my life. I thought I wanted certain things, but I didn't. I got lost." Despite his earlier negative comments about Lopez, Affleck backtracked a bit during a 2008 interview with Daily Record. He seemed to refer to his previous remarks and said, "It not only makes me look like a petulant fool, but it surely qualifies as ungentlemanly." For the record, did she hurt my career? No. At least he had some nicer things to say in the end.
Is it true that Jennifer helped you with some of the fashions, to understand the fashions of that era?
Yeah, listen, it's brilliant and helps me in every conceivable way. And this whole process really has been a collaboration with this entire cast, the crew, the group of people. You have to be open to, as far as I'm concerned, all the good ideas you could possibly get.
Thank you for your time. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It means a lot to us. We promise even better content. See you soon.